Good morning, everyone. You are listening to Coffee Talk with Samantha and Paul, and I am Samantha Gross, and I got my co-host on the line here out in Brighton, Southern California. Hi, Paul.
Hello, Sam. Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day, Paul. For everybody that hasn't listened to us before, I know we have some new followers. I'm Samantha Gross, and my co-host is Paul Oppenheim. Yep. And Paul is in California, and I am in Ohio. How's it going, Paul? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Well, let's see here. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. So it's a little light on the traffic today, which is not too surprising, considering part of our state's in lockdown right now.
Yes, part of the state of California is on lockdown.
Yes.
And
people,
Ohio,
people
we have the schools all are closed.
Yep, schools are closed here. I think a lot of people are encouraged not to go to work. If you can work from home, then fantastic, I guess,
yes,
what they're saying.
Work remotely,
and then, of course,
home.
School crowd, the school crowd has gone too because schools are on lockdown as well. It's like an organized pandemonium at the moment.
It is an organized pandemonium. I don't know. It's an organized something going on around here. I mean, it's this virus, this coronavirus. I mean, Lord forbid anybody ever drinks Corona beer again.
Yeah. No kidding.
Honestly, it's like I never want to see that again. I never want to hear the name Corona after this.
Yeah.
It is absolutely insanity.
Well, and here's the funny thing.
It's scary insanity. And the insanity part is Sam's going insanity.
Right. Well, the thing is, it's like there's actually, if you actually do some schooling on it, it's like, to my understanding, there's a coronavirus strain that happens every year. I mean, there are different strains, and there's still E. coli, Ebola. There's still all sorts of viruses that are still rampant. It's just that this one is just kind of taken the world by storm in the sense of the media and social media, I think, in my opinion, have kind of blown this out of proportion. I think part of it, and again, this is kind of my opinion, but it could be also, a lot of times when there's a crisis, sometimes you can find there's sometimes, dare I say, good business to be found in crises, in the sense of like, well, that stores can be, hey, if I'm kind of running, if bleach sales are low and Santa wipes are low, hey, well, here's a great way to promote sales and all of that. And it seems to be taking hold in the sense that, I mean, you go to any store now, and it seems, at least from my perspective, that any paper goods, toiletries, whatnot, they are vacant. There's nothing there at all. Shelves are empty. And food as well, as far as like the non-perishables. So like, chips, crackers, bread, things, any meats that are, processed or whatever, like Lunchables, lunch meats and things like that. All those are gone. It's like you have to show up at like the crack of dawn, and maybe you'll get a ream of paper towels if you're lucky. It's kind of like that.
Right, because everybody is hoarding, and the sad part is, Paul, it's like now is the time when we all need to come together. Not literally, because we're all social distancing, we can't touch each other, but now is the time when we all come together and share. We all really got to share and stop being so damn selfish and stop worrying about us. Worry about other people. Look at the people that have died in Italy.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are blessed to be in the United States. Yes, it's bad right now. Yes, it's going on. But there's so many countries out there and so many other people that are just dying because they can't get into a shelter.
That's right. And they just don't
have
have
no
the
food.
Right.
No food,
Yeah.
and no toilet paper, and nothing.
They don't have the accommodations. They exactly, and the provisions required to give them the medical care treatments or even even attempt at feeding them. To be honest though, a lot of what I think that we're seeing here though, I've always kind of had a theory about humankind in general, and I always think that, we're a lot of times that we're kind of like frightened children, and we're just frightened children in bigger bodies. We never really grow up. Right. That's just kind of but it seems it doesn't take much to set widespread panic. Again, at least in my fairly daily routine, I haven't actually seen like panic yet. It's like I kind of said, more of an organized pandemonium in the sense of, yes, people are wearing masks and everything, but they're not being uncivil to each other, at least not yet that I've seen.
Right.
It's not like, you see people, arguing over, toilet tissue or whatever, screaming, trampling at each other or whatever in a mass panic or anything. It's just more like, get to the store as quickly as possible and buy what you can, I guess.
Right.
Kind of putting and also it's like, although, they feel like, any form of, public houses that are, more for the entertainment side of things, shall I say, be it, bars, pubs, whatnot, clubs, brothels, whatever. Name your favorite local watering hole. Even those I found were still open, even though there was, so like, yeah, I just called one.
You guys are all still open in Ohio, Paul. Everybody is shut down. Everything is shut down, like the stores. Yep. There's stores that are still open, but our governor, which I'm proud of, Mike DeWine, I'm proud of our governor right now. He mandatory that all restaurants be closed. They should have takeout, but it's sad. What about the small business owners that own these restaurants, or the waitresses, or the waiters, the servers, the restaurant workers? What are they doing for jobs? What are they going to do for income?
Right, that's the problem, is that, their stores might be benefiting as far as getting, their, toilet products, through the roof, or suppliers of that nature, but everyone else is hurting. Exactly.
Right,
it's like
teachers?
Teachers, just business, anything
businesses in general,
and suppliers from around,
are going to suffer.
Or just suppliers from around the world. I mean,
suppliers.
a lot of our electronics come from, let's face it, they come from China. We can't be boycotting everything because a lot of the stuff we're actually depending on it. So
exactly.
And so if that's being held back, well, that has a rippling effect as well. It's like, well, if I can't get this component, this isn't going to go on your machine, Mr. Customer, and so you're not going to get your machine for a while until I can get this component. Or we try to find another source, and then we have to re-engineer something or whatever. And
then let's look at the civil servants, like the police officers and the firefighters that are going. They have to go through all this, and then dare we say the healthcare workers right now?
Right.
Like I have friends that are in the medical field, right, and they're exhausted. They're working 24/7 trying to keep people from panicking, going into the hospitals, going into those doctors' offices. They're exhausted, and the nurses and the doctors and the caseworkers. And let's not forget, this is, me, Paul, when it comes to stuff like this and mental health, this kind of scare, this kind of virus is not only health detrimental, it's mental health detrimental.
Oh, absolutely.
Because think of the people with all the depression, and think of the people that have paranoia, and people that have gone through mental health issues. They're suffering right now because, you're locked in the house.
Exactly. I mean, even on a good, a lot of these people need to have a routine just to cope.
Yes, the routine to cope.
Yeah, and if that routine is disrupted, and it's almost like being under house arrest. It's like you can't, and these four walls are starting to close in on me. I totally see that.
Closing in on me too, and it was like, I know when we talked earlier this morning, Paul, it was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do?
Yeah, kind of. I think the only thing you can.
Go to work, and I'm like,
right.
I'm tired. I don't want to do this.
Exactly. Well, so our CEO hasn't, dropped the bomb on us yet. I'm still able to go to and from work, which is good. I mean, I could technically work from home. I prefer to work at work because I like the office environment, love my cohorts I work with, and having an office environment and then having a proper workstation. When I got a docking station for my laptop, I can get like 2 screens. I can get a lot more accomplished, when I'm in that work environment. Whereas when you're at home, it's like, yes, I can work from home. Yes, there's no commute. Yeah, I get to sleep in a couple extra hours, which is nice. But then there's like the things around the home that are like nagging you, like, you know what, maybe I should put on another load of laundry. And things like that kind of take away from your work mindset. But if it comes down to that, I can still do that. Thank heavens I have a job where I can work remote. I just sort of kind of prefer not to, just because of who I am. But yeah, that might just have to. So for the moment, it's kind of okay for me. Again, there's people out and about. I'm seeing right now on the freeways. Like I said, the traffic is fantastic, so to speak, because so many people are
not much.
But and I can't tell if restaurants are open at this hour quite yet. It's 6:34 my time in the morning, and I'm on the freeway, so I can't tell, from here if there's restaurants that are open or not. But at the moment, it doesn't have that zombie apocalypse end of the world feel quite yet.
Yeah, see, on the East Coast, we're feeling it, Paul. We're feeling the zombie apocalypse. Like everything is shut in. It's rainy. It's gray, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
And then for me, speaking of which, Paul, I don't know if you and the viewers know this. I updated on my LinkedIn. I did get a new job.
Yes.
I got a new
back
job. I'm back
at
communication. Yes, going to be working with Spectrum again.
And you start in May, right?
I start in May.
A lot of this. Right, so hopefully we'll see
probably depending on what's going on in the world.
Yes.
I don't know if they're going to postpone my start date of May 1st. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that are unknowns. But then again, like it's been said, tomorrow is promised to no one. So you can't think
tomorrow
like that.
Tomorrow is never promised. So you never think like that. Like, I'm looking forward to the
and
positive.
So I guess if you wanted to kind of take some solace from from some wisdom from Christ, you can say, look, today's got enough worry of its own. Just focus on today. Let tomorrow worry about tomorrow. Okay, right now we're just at least for me, we're literally just starting today. Tomorrow is a long way away, so to speak. So just focus on your today. And again, it's like this is where having faith comes in handy.
Yeah.
It's like
faith is coming in handy.
Like I said, it's really easy to be an atheist when things are going fantastic for you, when you're feeling rich, worry about things because money is your god or whatever. But when it comes down to it, and you are stripped of everything, and a crisis hits, and you don't have food, you don't have shelter, you don't have anything. And you're trying to look out for number one. How long is that going to last? I mean, is there a certain point at which I would imagine your mind will crack because it's like you are convinced in your mind that there is nothing after this life, that, you're done. And for those of us that have faith, that means we have hope.
That's where you got to have your faith come in. That's where
faith comes in. And so, if you can live your life and be happy knowing that there's nothing left for you afterwards, okay. But that's not me.
I can't live like that way.
I just have, we go off on another topic, but for me, I just see stuff, evidence all around me of this. For me, everything is miracles around me anyway. So. Go ahead.
And now, honestly, Paul, in this world that we're living in right now, everybody's confined to their house. Everybody. I mean, I can't say everybody. I'm not a god. I can't see it. But I assume a lot of people are on social media right now.
Yep.
Let's be fair to say I'm going to assume that the population is on social media right now. What if every single person that logged onto social media shared some kind of love and kindness?
They shared some kind of what? Sorry?
Love and kindness with somebody else.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Now is the perfect time to share God's love. Now is the perfect time to share Jesus.
And even
to share God. Share a smile. Share friendliness.
Exactly. Even if you don't share God, even if you just human decency,
share
just to share, like say kindness. Yes.
Right.
Kindness and there are times where I think God does allow these, unfortunate events to happen because he sees a bigger picture that we don't see. And sometimes these crises bring out the worst in us, and sometimes they bring out the best in us, too.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of where the rubber kind of meets the road.
That's what I just said, yes. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Where your heart is, is where your actions
where the heart
is where your actions and verbiage will follow. Yeah.
Right. And now, everybody, it's just a perfect time to go out and share encouragement, encourage your neighbor, help that elderly person.
That's right.
If you're going down the road, help your neighbor, send a smile, be a friend, help your children, help your parents, help anybody in times like this. It's really where the rubber meets the road.
That's right. And there you have it.
Yeah, there you have it. But everyone, I'm Samantha Gross and my co-host Paul Opentide, and this was Coffee Talk with Samantha and Paul. We'll be back on later, either tonight or throughout the week, and we will keep up brief on what's going on in the world.
Sounds good. And if anybody ever wants to be on the show, let us know.
Yes, and if anybody wants to be on the show, feel free to drop us an email, give us a call, and just share some encouragement with your beloved neighbors today. You all have a great day. Talk to you later, Paul. Have a good day at work.
All right. Are you two, Sam? Take care. Thanks.
Okay, same to you. I'll talk to you later, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.